people that don't know, and I am going to be doing your Santa Sunday reading today. So, this reading is going to be, if you're not familiar with Santa Sundays, I try to go live on Sundays and give you guys some messages from the Santa Muerte Tarot that I see, and maybe some experiences that I've personally had about Santa Muerte, things that work for me, any advice that I can give, and things like that. I always say we are all on our separate journeys. When it comes to La Santa Muerte, we all have our different relationships. This so, what might work for me might not work for you. What might work for me might work for you. Okay, so that is how I see it. Okay. Anyways, with that being said, let's go ahead and start. If you guys want a personal reading from me, you guys can definitely do so on my website at santamontecrystalshop.com. That is in the description box below. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff, and let's get into the reading. All right. All right. So, Santa Sunday. Santa Muerte's message for the family, please. All right. I feel like this is such a repetitive message. Okay. So, Alexa, lower the volume. All right. I do feel like this is kind of repetitive. I don't know why, but there we go. Okay. So, first things first. The Three of Pentacles. Okay, so working on things. I feel like the message today is about work. Okay, actually working on things like in your physical job. But honestly, I feel like this is working with somebody. Okay, it's like someone's gonna want to work things out with you. Okay, but you have two kings here. Okay, they are both in reverse though, so I am kind of getting this to be a little bit of a love reading in a way. Um, this is for some of you guys. There's going to be something that happens where um you're going to kind of have to work on things with someone, okay? There's one person here who feels kind of devastated, a little afraid, and um, I don't want to say scared, but in a way, kind of a little scared to kind of come towards you. I also kind of feel like um, they're getting pushed to come and communicate with you, okay? They're getting pushed by family, friends, your guides, even her, okay? If you see the skulls here, there's like some skulls here. It gives me like cranium work. okay, like skull workings. You might have made certain thoughts in their heads. They are got beat. Okay, I feel like this person got beat up by either muerte, or the people around them are like attacking them with words to come towards you or something like that. This is a really specific message. They're gonna come towards you and they're gonna want to work things out with you. Okay, there's this Three of Pentacles here. Okay, but it's kind of like they're gonna work things out with you, and you might be talking to somebody else. Okay, because I kind of feel like, there might be somebody else that you're already maybe getting involved with or talking to. For others of you, I feel like right now you are a bit worried when it comes to work, okay? Making money, business. Maybe you and a partner could be at a distance as well. I do feel like if you have a person already, this person is feeling very down right now. I kind of feel like it's even borderline to the point of depression. Okay, I feel like this person is feeling a lot. They're feeling down, they're feeling torn up, they're feeling for someone, I just heard they're getting accused of something. And I kind of feel like excuse me. I kind of feel like they're beating themselves up with their thoughts as well. Okay, it's kind of like I feel like this person talks really negatively to themselves. Okay, they don't show themselves a lot of compassion. If they don't get something done, they might tell themselves, "Oh, you're so lazy. Like, why didn't you do it?" Or, "Oh, you can never do something," or whatever. You know what I mean? So just be careful with that. I kind of feel like you could be dealing with someone like that, or this person's just kind of like really beating themselves up about a certain situation that is going on with work. Okay, it could be other things too that's going on in their life, and it's just kind of adding up. And I kind of feel like that's what's going on here as well with this person. Okay, now, when it comes to La Santa Muerte in general, okay, especially when we're doing workings, right? I feel like uh you could do like a cigarette answer. Okay, so what you'll do is, if you see these two swords right here, you see how they're like standing up like that, you would put the cigarettes, and you would put the cigarettes like two cigarettes like this, and then you light them, and they'll tell you yes or no. Okay, so you put one that says yes, one that says no, you light them up, and then you see which one goes down. Okay, um for like, you know which one goes down. So if one of them goes out, then that's not your answer. It's the one that goes all the way down. Okay. That's one way of doing a cigarette yes or no reading. You can do a different way of doing a cigarette reading too. That's fine as well. Um, for some reason, I am kind of getting like, I recommend doing a cigarette reading before you do start doing any type of working. Okay. That's just me. Now, um, if you've been having a rough time with people saying things to you, putting you down, if you feel like you've been struggling a lot, I'm sorry, y'all. Your girl is tired. Like long days, just really tired. Kind of like mind is a little foggy, not really looking to the brighter side of things, just kind of, feeling a bit down. Okay. Uh, I feel like things are gonna be starting to look up, okay? Especially when it comes to work, okay? I feel like your work is going to be going up. Like your money is gonna be going up. If you see her hand, it's going up. She's pointing up. So I am seeing that work is going to get better. Okay, especially if you've been feeling really down. Um, I also feel like if you are going up against somebody, okay, um, I feel like you're gonna have victory with whatever you're fighting, okay? Whether it's a love working, you're fighting a case for like a love working, okay? Whether it is like an actual case for law, okay, like you're dealing with some law situations, or if you're fighting with your partner or whatever the case may be, I feel like you're going to come out on top. You're going to be winning. You're going to be winning the situation. Things are going to go in your favor. For some of you guys, this is for very few of you. You guys are fighting with someone who maybe spiritually battling someone who also is a Santa Marta devotee. Okay? But I feel like you will have victory with whatever happens. Okay? I don't want to get too far deep into of two devotees fighting each other spiritually. I don't really want to get into that. But it does happen. Okay, I've seen it times. And it's pretty common, you got beef with somebody, etc., whatever. But I do situation. Okay, so that's something to kind of now. We have this King of Cups and we have this King of Wands in reverse. You can most definitely be a guy watching this, okay? So if you're not a guy, it's okay. I'm going to give you the version for the men watching and the women watching. I'm going to start with the men. For the men watching this, I kind of feel like maybe you've been feeling unmotivated. Maybe you've been feeling like you just want to just sit somewhere and just not do much, and you've been feeling kind of numb, okay, when it comes to your emotions towards people, certain situations, certain things that you're dealing with in life, okay. You might feel like maybe things didn't go as planned. You're unsure about things. You are starting to, maybe get a little worried about certain things. I'm not really seeing the King of Swords in reverse, where it's kind of more of like a mental thing where, you're really anxious and you're having anxiety attacks or anything like that. But I do feel like it is changing you emotionally. Okay, I do feel like it's something that has to do with maybe even your love life. Okay, you might be sad and upset about your love life. Maybe you don't like somebody that you used to deal with and you're starting to lose emotion for them, and emotion in general. You might start feeling like maybe you're not that emotionally available, okay. You don't feel like doing much. You don't feel like maybe you're the type of person that wants to pursue somebody and find your person and become a provider for that person, and show them a really good time and things like that. But lately you just have been having different opinions and different views, and maybe that hasn't gotten you to many places, okay, when you were nice and when you were emotionally giving and putting in the effort and stuff like that. So you just kind of like stopped. Or I also kind of feel like maybe because you don't know what's really going on, you kind of hold back from actually like giving in to this person, or giving in general to relationships and the things that you might have to do. It's kind of like, you never know. I also kind of feel like you're just unsure, now if you're a woman watching this, I kind of feel like there might be multiple people here that is probably interested in you, and I feel like there's someone here that could have been emotionally unavailable towards you. Be careful with the people that you encounter, because I kind of feel like one of them is emotionally unavailable and then the other one just doesn't put in the effort. I'm going to be honest, okay? So if you're dealing with anybody, okay, right now, I kind of feel like don't get your hopes too high because you don't know the extent of it. You don't know how they're going to be a month, 2 months, 3 months, a year, 2 years, 3 years, in the future, okay? But honestly, I kind of feel like they're already doing this now. I kind of feel like this person is someone who, the King of Cups in reverse is more of like they do things without taking your feelings into consideration. They don't think about your feelings, you know, when they go into doing something, okay? So that's like something that I'm seeing here too. Now, this King of Wands, if you're dealing with two multiple people, this other person is more of a like one time fling, you know what I mean? It's more of like a sneaky linky, it's more of like an inconsistent type of person. They're not the type of person to, go on a vacation with you and take you and, you know what I mean? Like, no, I see, this is just something like fast and, not of value. Okay. Let's see. Any other messages for the public? Any other messages for the public? What does the people know? See, I told you this has definitely something to do with love. Okay. Okay, this is something to do with love. I can't show you the lovers card because there's two naked people in it. But I am seeing that this has something to do with love. Now, I kind of feel like the main thing that she wants you to know is you will have true love. Go with people who choose you or who don't even have to choose. It's automatic. You know what I mean? It's kind of like there is no choosing between two people. It's just you. Um, I kind of feel like there's something going on where you don't realize and you don't see that you can you should settle for someone, or you shouldn't give a chance to somebody who acted emotionally distant, emotionally unavailable towards you, um, put you in a certain situation you didn't like, didn't show you the effort, didn't, try to make you happy, or love you in the right way that you deserve to be loved. It's like, um, I kind of feel like it's kind of like she's saying um, like it's not like she's saying no, but then at the same time, it's kind of like no es más que ahí, ahí se queda is what I heard. It's like it stays right there, ahí se queda, nada más, ahí se queda. Okay, so that means like that's where it ends. Like that's where it stops. You know what I mean? There's nothing more, nothing less than what it is. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of feel like her message to you is that um, you deserve real love. You deserve who's going to be King of Cups upright, someone who's going to be the King of Wands upright. If anything, you deserve an Emperor. If anything, you deserve someone who is going to um, match you very well. Someone who's going to respect. One can only respect you as much as you respect yourself. So note that, clock that, what I'm saying, write that shit down, what I just said. Um, how do you expect someone to respect you if you're not respecting your own self? You know, how do you expect someone to show you what you're worth when you don't put a tag on it? You know what I mean? Like, um, you're very valuable. Your time is precious. Your love is wonderful. So don't let the wrong people to you. Make sure you don't settle. You know what I mean? Like if they're coming at you in some type of way, don't settle for that. You know, if you know what you deserve and you want a specific something, she'll make sure that you get that specific something, but it's gonna also come with, I don't want to say tests, but in a way, you know, someone might come into your life and yeah, they might be good and they might teach you something. You might, it might be a good time, and then they start to pull back, not put as much effort as they once did. Are you going to chase them? Are you going to, you know, run after that, or are you going to be like, oh, okay, well, let me just, skedaddle then, since you're not, showing me what I know you can? Are you going to take back that mofo that left you? You know what I'm saying? Wondering and sad and feeling all bad and shit. Like, are you gonna take them back? Like, what are you really going to do? Is the question. And I kind of feel like with this reading specifically, it's just kind of like some things are not meant to go with you. I kind of feel like she has so much more for you, more in store for you, and she has so much planned for you. And some of these people are not meant to come with you. They're not meant to enjoy the gifts that are about to be given to you. If you are dealing with a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio man, or an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius man, they are not it. Okay? It's not it. It's not them. It's not for you. Okay? They don't deserve it. First of all, the Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio man, they're not as emotionally invested as you might have thought. Okay? The Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius man, they just don't put the effort. They can do stuff. They can easily hit you up. They can easily come over. They can easily try to work something out with you, and it's like they don't do it. You know what I'm saying? I do feel though, for some reason, if you was to choose between this water sign versus this fire sign, the fire sign would win. Okay, so maybe you have more emotion for the fire sign. Maybe you know, but honestly, I kind of feel like you have more emotion for the water sign. And then, but you are kind of like, you go with the fire sign if you could. But honestly, I don't really think you should go with either of them. And that's just my personal opinion because of what I'm seeing. I kind of feel like when it comes to relationships, when it comes to a partnership and relationships, I hate when people are like, oh, like you throw the word relationship out there and they just automatically start getting real defensive, like, oh, we're not a relationship. Like, anybody that you come in contact with, and you build a friendship with, you build a a friend, you know what I mean? You have a relationship with every single one of those people. I hate when people are like, "Oh, you said relationship, like we're like." No, you know what I mean? You have a relationship with your parents. You have a relationship with your family, your friends. Your you have a relationship with them. Now, when you're, things like that, I guess it's a little different. But at the end of the day, you have a relationship with everyone. And I kind of feel like when it comes to relationships in general, whether it be a coworker, whether it be a friend, whether it be a spouse, whether it be a sneaky link, whether it be a family member, you put a lot of work in those relationships. You work hard in those relationships, and it should be reciprocated equally. You know what I mean? You shouldn't be putting more work in than them. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I feel. That's what I'm picking up on. Especially if you're dealing with something that has to do with that. Okay. Yeah. See, there's so much more to explore out there. There's so many more other people. There's going to be that person that is going to, come towards you and wine and dine you, and the feelings are going to be overflowing, and they're going to come and pick you up, and they're going to you know go through the challenges together with you, and Unlike this King of Cups in reverse, you know what I'm saying? Like, but you'll never see this person unless you move on from those things that are kind of keeping you, holding you back. You know, you have to go out there and explore your own. I'm saying, you're a beautiful person. You're a beautiful, beautiful person. You are very strong, very intelligent. You know how to get out of certain situations that you know are not serving you. You know that you are friendly. You know that you know have, okay. Some of you have really boss. You know that you're a fighter. You know that you can conquer things. You know, and it's like, but I kind of feel like trying to conquer these things with people who are not for you. They're not for you. Like these people, it's kind of like, let's say you have a daughter or a son, right? And you don't want your daughter or son to be with no hoe. You don't want your daughter or son to be with someone who's not gonna put in the effort. You know what I'm saying? And it kind of goes like that here in this reading, because a lot of y'all have the relationship of a child and mother type of relationship with Santa Muerte. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like, why would she want to see her child deal with an unemotional person, an emotionally available person, or someone who just want to get in their hands? You know, no parent is going to want to see that for their child. Now, I do agree that our children are supposed to learn. You know what I'm saying? And that's why they were in their life for whatever the reason might be. You know what I'm saying? So, yes, they're supposed to learn. You know, they're supposed to learn from this situation and grow from it. But that doesn't mean that they have to be stuck in this situation. They don't. She doesn't want to see you stuck with certain people like that. Now, if you're a guy watching this, I kind of feel like she doesn't want you to be unmotivated towards your goals. She doesn't want you to, you know, become hopeless. She doesn't want that for you. She wants you to feel strong. She wants you to feel like you can conquer whatever it is that you want in your life. Whether that's business, whether that's love, whether that's whatever it might be. She wants you to be strong enough to go after your goals, you know, and get out of situations that you might currently be in. And as you're pushing through these situations, have fun with them, meet new people, enjoy yourself, and you know, live life to the fullest. Be happy. That's what she wants from you, is for you to be happy. That's what she wants for you. You know what I mean? And I do feel like there is someone coming in. Okay, I do feel like there is someone coming in, but this is something that you also have to know. I also feel like there is an emotionally unavailable person here. Okay, someone who can't commit to their emotions, someone who feels one way one day, another the other, someone who is detached, someone who has a lot of negative ways of viewing relationships and emotions. Like they don't know how to express themselves. I feel like this person is gonna come towards you in a very romantic way. They're gonna make it look like they're this Knight of Cups, but in reality, deep down, they are still the King of Cups in reverse. A King of Cups upright is someone who has gone through some pain, okay, has experienced certain things, is sure about their feelings, can express those feelings, you know, takes the other person's feelings into consideration, you know, when they do things. And, you know, that's a King of Cups, a very loving man, all right? And he's not that. He's not that. He's not a very loving man. He might look like he is, you know what I'm saying, by the things that he might be doing or the things that he's going to show you and kind of like portray towards you. But I kind of feel like you're moving on from that. Even though this person's coming towards you, you might be moving on from that. So that is what I'm kind of getting. But I kind of feel like you might be going towards this person over here, and this person over here does not have it all together either. I kind of feel like don't make yourself feel like, okay, I'm moving on from this situation, so I need this person to save me. Ain't nobody gonna save you when it comes to love, when it comes to life, when it comes to work, when it comes to, nobody is going to be able to save you from certain shit in life. and that's just a given. Okay, I'm sorry to burst your bubbles. I really am, but it just does not work that way. Okay, we have to get ourselves out of certain situations. We learn from certain situations. It makes us stronger, and honestly, it's better for us. So don't feel like, okay, let me go and move on over here so I can forget about that over there and use this as a, a band-aid. It's not that's not gonna help you. Okay, and that's what I'm getting heavy of. Like, and that took me a while to learn myself. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody said I was perfect. I've been said that shit. Like, I've been said I was never perfect. So, like, you know what I mean? Like, I've been in a situation where, now I'm talking years and bricks ago, but, we all learn at different paces. And, I've been in a situation where, I was with somebody and, I needed to move on from that person, and I maybe, you know, tried to distract myself with somebody else. Um, I've been there at one point in my life. You know what I mean? So I understand that it's a common thing, but that didn't help. You know what I mean? Like, if anything, it now I have to heal from two different things. And I have to deal with two things. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like right now, even if this is money situations, okay, it doesn't always have to be love situations. Even if this is money situations, like, your money is going to get better, so don't trip on it. Okay, you are destined to be very abundant. You're destined to be rich, low key. I feel like you were you were meant to be rich, honestly. But you have to play the game right. You know what I'm saying? You have to play the game right. You have to know how to save. You have to know how to where to invest in. You know what I mean? You have to save when you have to save, not spend on this just because it's on sale. Does not like mean that you have to buy it or whatever the case may be. Okay? So just kind of keep that in mind as well as what I'm seeing here. I got Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy here. Um, don't worry. You're gonna be okay. You're gonna be fine financially. You're gonna be okay. So I don't know if you needed to hear that. You have to understand that you are going to be fine, and believe that you are going to be fine because you create your own reality. If you start stressing, if you start worrying, if you start feeling like you're not going to get something or whatever the case may be, or it's gonna be something negative, then that's what you're gonna get. But honestly, even if you think like that, I don't really see that for you. I kind of feel like you're still very destined to be very wealthy, but it might come to you later than expected because you're over here doubting your manifestation that you have for yourself. You feel me? But yeah, just be very smart. Be very. The Queen of Pentacles is someone who is very observant. Not so much like the Queen of Swords, but she is very she is observant. She's very patient. The Queen of Pentacles is a very patient person. I want to say probably the most patient out of them all. Um, and the Queen of Pentacles is someone who grows, learns, benefits from the situation, from the experiences. I also feel like in 1 year, your financial status is going to be different. You're going to have a lot of more money a year from now. Okay? So keep that in mind that you're going to have a lot of money a year from now. You're going to have a new job a year from now. You're going to start that business. It's going to do well a year from now. Okay? Just 1 year. So just hold on tight. Okay? But you're going to have to play your cards right. Okay? But that is what I got. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know how it was in the comments down below. I will see you guys another time. I hope you enjoyed it. Like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff.